If you're living in or around Ogden, Utah, you know that life with a dog here is something special. I mean, it's all about trails, parks, and that awesome downtown. Finding the right trainer is really just about making sure your dog can enjoy all of it right alongside you, safely and happily. So, where do you even begin? With so many options out there, I get it. Finding the right match can feel like a huge task. But don't worry, we're going to break it down into a really clear, totally manageable process. The key is finding a professional who doesn't just understand dogs, but who understands dogs living the Ogden life. Your training needs are really shaped by this unique mountain town environment that we've got. Okay, first up, let's talk about why a trainer with local know-how can make all the difference. See, effective training goes way beyond just the basic commands. It's about prepping your dog for the real-world situations you're both going to face here every single day. Just think about it for a second. Your dog needs to be able to navigate a crowded trailhead, maybe on the Bonneville Shoreline Trail, or walk calmly down historic 25th Street and not lose its mind when a mountain biker suddenly zips past. A local trainer, they get this. They understand the challenge of a deer suddenly appearing in an East Bench neighborhood or, the importance of good manners at a local cafe. So before you even start calling trainers, it's really helpful to get clear on exactly what you're trying to achieve. Knowing your goals is going to help you find the person and the program that's the absolute best fit for you. It turns out most owners are looking for help in a few key areas. As you can see, puppy training is a huge one, and for good reason. Setting up good habits from the very start is just essential. Right behind that is basic obedience, and then we've got more specific behavior issues like reactivity or anxiety. And of course, that classic challenge, leash pulling. Which one of these sounds the most like your dog? Next up, you gotta consider the format. In-home training is fantastic because you're working on the problems right where they actually happen, at your front door, in your living room, or on your street. On the other hand, group classes are awesome for practicing focus and good manners around other dogs and people, which is perfect prep for a busy walk along the Ogden River Parkway. All right, now that you know what you need, let's talk about how to spot a high-quality professional. There are a few key things that really set the best trainers apart from the rest. Okay, this is a really crucial point. Modern, effective, science-based training is built on positive reinforcement. It's an approach that focuses on rewarding the behavior you want to see, which makes learning fun and builds a much, much stronger bond with your dog. And this is just so important. Humane training isn't just a feel-good preference, it creates results that actually stick. It fosters this deep trust between you and your dog and helps you avoid all the potential fallout that can come from methods based on fear or intimidation. So, when you see a bunch of letters after a trainer's name, they really do mean something. CPDTKA is one of the most respected credentials out there. It tells you that the trainer has passed a tough, independent exam, proving they know their stuff when it comes to the science of how dogs learn. Here's another excellent one to look for, KPACTP. This certification comes from a very hands-on, intensive program that's all about expert-level positive reinforcement skills. Honestly, seeing either of these credentials is a very, very good sign. Armed with all that knowledge, you're pretty much ready to start interviewing potential trainers. Just think of it like a friendly conversation to make sure it's the right fit. Here are the questions that will get you the answers you need. This little checklist is going to really build your confidence. You'll want to ask about their methods right up front, and then their credentials. It's also so important to ask specifically how they'll tailor the training for your dog's unique needs and, of course, your life here in Ogden. And finally, ask how progress is going to be measured and get a super clear breakdown of all the costs up front. No surprises. All right, let's get into the practical side of things, shall we? We're talking about what to budget for training and the local rules every dog owner in Ogden should definitely be aware of. So, looking at the costs. Group classes are usually the most affordable way to get started. Private lessons cost more per session, but they're highly customized. Then you've got the more intensive options like board and train programs, and yeah, those have the highest price tag. But this should give you a pretty solid idea of what to expect here in Weber County. Being a great dog owner in Ogden also means being a great neighbor. Just remember, leashes are required almost everywhere in public. Licensing your dog is mandatory, and you'll need proof of a rabies vaccination to get that done. Also, good training can really help prevent excessive barking, which is actually a city code violation. And here's a number to remember. 6 feet. That's the standard leash length required on our city trails and sidewalks. It's really the perfect length for giving your dog a little freedom while still keeping them safely under your control, which is just crucial on narrow paths or busy streets for everyone's safety. At the end of the day, this is what it's all about. Investing in good training just opens up your whole world. It leads to those peaceful walks along the river, those relaxing afternoons on a patio downtown, and the confidence that your dog is a happy, well-behaved member of our community. So, what's it going to be? A hike on the Bonneville Shoreline Trail? A trip to the farmer's market? The right training makes all of those adventures so much more enjoyable. We wish you the very best in finding that perfect partner to help you and your dog live your best life here in Ogden. A well-trained companion truly makes everything better, at home, around town, and with every single person you meet.